Good morning and welcome back to Q13 News this morning as we take a live look at the American flag flying high on this Veterans Day. It is 8:23 right now. It has been a very politically charged week, but today is the day to honor the men and women who have served our country. It is Veterans Day, and Mike Schindler with Operation Military Family is here to help us understand the true meaning and how we can best honor our veterans. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good to
be
have
here.
you.
Well, it's good to be here.
Well, before we talk Veterans Day, there was another special day yesterday, the birthday of the U.S. Marine Corps.
Oh my gosh, 241 years for the Marine Corps. So a big shout out to our brothers and sisters who served in the Marines. So yeah, big birthday yesterday.
Wonderful. You know, something that comes up every Veterans Day, and I hate that I keep having to ask you about this, so I apologize, but it's an easy mistake to make. A lot of people seem to confuse Veterans Day with Memorial Day.
Right, you know, two very special days of recognition, right? So Memorial Day, simple terms of Memorial Day is we honor those who have died while in uniform or while serving the country. And Veterans Day is a day that we honor everybody that is serving the country or has served the country. So those are the two distinctions. One, we honor the dead, the other, we honor the living.
What are some of the key issues and challenges facing veterans today that might be a little bit different than some of the things we've talked about in years past?
You know, I think some of it is just veterans coming back, realizing that they still have a mission and purpose here back when they transition into the civilian sector, right? And we talk about homelessness, we talk about unemployment, but I think one of the big factors is understanding how to utilize their talents back in the marketplace. And that's probably one of the big issues that we face today.
And you wrote a book, which is fantastic. I want to make sure, I'm going to hold this up, U.S. Veterans in the Workforce, Why the 7% Are America's Greatest Asset. You really focus a lot on veterans and their families and the positive. Talk a little bit more about that.
Yeah, I think because we do spend so much time focused on the negative or the liabilities that often are placed on veterans, whether it's PTS or TBI or things along that line, is I wanted to focus on taking those trials of those individuals and showcasing that, but also framing how that trial is really the catalyst for their success. So when you read these stories, whether you're in HR, in a corporation, you'll be able to identify that, wow, because they experienced this circumstance, it has now shaped them to become the success that they are today.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's really about saying, hey, the trial and the circumstance is what frames us and shapes us to become a success today.
And you mentioned there are some really wonderful opportunities for our veterans in the Puget Sound area. What are those?
Yeah, so there's a few. I want to highlight Camo to Commerce, which is a great program down south by Joint Base. They have helped place over 900 veterans into thriving careers. Exceptional, phenomenal. Cybersecurity is a big issue, a tremendous issue. So there's a company called Social 27 that's giving scholarships to 3,000 veterans, close to $1 million worth of scholarships to train our men and women up in the cyber trade so that they can be on the front lines of helping combat that. And then, you know, our Seattle Police Force is hiring. I think people need to be aware of that. That's a paramilitary organization. What we frame as that really wins the hearts and minds of those in our community. Our veterans are perfect for that. And Fire District 1 in Snohomish County is launching a new program called Community Paramedic Veterans in Prevention that is taking our veterans and putting them in the community to tackle fall-related issues. So fall safety, trip and falls, one of the biggest factors that our aging population experiences, and our veterans are going to be on the front lines of helping Snohomish County solve that. So veterans that are interested in that should be applying for those type of opportunities.
Such great opportunities.
Yeah, it's great.
And very quickly, I know a lot of people struggle with what is the best way to show a veteran your appreciation. Is something as simple as just looking them in the eye and thanking them for their service?
Yeah, you know, you can do something as simple as that. You know, thank you for your service, and just we're excited to know that your mission's not done.
Never
right?
is, yeah.
It never is.
Yeah.
And they're excited to contribute back in their communities.
Mike
Truly.
Schindler, thank you so much. Operation Military Family, we really appreciate your insight, and happy Veterans Day.
Hey, thank you.
And we want to thank you for your service, and thank you to all of our viewers, so many of you that we want to thank, and we're so grateful for the sacrifices that you've made and continue to make for our country. Bill, over to you.
Well, still ahead.